Well, the big one of the day is race 9, the $1 million Group 1 Carlton Draught Railway Stakes, the 126th running of this famous Group 1 event. And what a lineup we have. Last year's defending champion, Lucky Gray, back to defend his title. Fat Al, Wall Street, Yosei, they're all across from the eastern states to try and steal the $1 million prize check. Playing God, the WA Star, West River Kevidon, last year's place getter, King Saul, the Guineas winner of last year, Machino, took out the RJ Peters Stakes last start, Ranger, unlucky in the event last year. He's first up in a railway, unconventional, a lot like him, including me. It's a magnificent lineup. And then we have Rosie Rocket from the Warwick Cam, who Glenn Boss will be aboard. This is a magnificent race. Let's have a look at the Lastia Stakes. This was Lucky Gray, his first up performance, and didn't he impress when absolutely destroying his rivals. God Has Spoken was second. King Saul unlucky when finishing last, but Lucky Gray, wowee, wasn't he back with a bang.
To the outside, starting to run on strongly. West River Kevidon went to the 200 a length. Mabel Grace, our old fella. Here's Lucky Gray. He's starting to storm down the outside. He's back the Gray. Lucky Gray quickly descends upon them, races to the lead down the outside. Rattling home is Luke's Luck. God Has Spoken, our old fella, but Lucky Gray back in devastating style wins the Lastia.
What a performance it was there by Lucky Gray. He was out the back for Donga O'Donnell, and once he clicked him up coming to the home bend, it was all over Red Rover. He covered him in a few strides, posed for the photo. A wonderful performance. As comparable to last year, he's up 5 kilos in weight. Ranger, who meets him 8 kilos better as their last year's performance. Look, there's a few things against Lucky Gray. I just feel from barrier 12, likely to come in 2 if the emergencies don't gain a start. He'll start from barrier 10. You'd expect him just to be stalking the leaders with the speed from Fat Al, West River Kevidon. Wall Street from barrier 16 is going to go forward. You'd expect him to be stalking the speed. I'm sure they'll try and keep him out of trouble, and I think he'll be very hard to beat, obviously, Lucky Gray. West River Kevidon, look, he's having his 4th run in from a break. He was on the quick backup in the Lastia. The fortnight between runs is certainly ideal, and he's drawn to get a perfect run for Patrick Carberry. Other runners out of that race. God Has Spoken was second. Great to see him back. He's drawn barrier 1, though. Not ideal for this Neville Parnham trained galloper. A big striding horse needs his galloping room. King Saul was the unlucky runner. The blinkers go on. Corey Brown goes on. He's drawn outside of Lucky Gray. You'd expect they'd look to try and follow him, if not be in front of him, and that's, going to put you right into the race. Now let's have a look at Fat Al. He worked on Tuesday morning at Breakfast with the Stars with Neville Old aboard. Wasn't out there to break any records. It was a good, just a wind opener for this son of Al Maher, who's won 6 of his 11 career starts. He took out the Epsom Handicap 2 starts ago. It was then 5 weeks between runs into the Emirates. Not the general thing for Gay Waterhouse. She generally has her horses up and racing and good to go. The trip across here did him no harm. His work was good on Tuesday. Drawn barrier 4. He's the big improver. There has been good money around for this horse since the commencement of betting also. He's certainly not the worst. Machino, Jared Noski and Graham Mule combined. They won the race, the Peters Stakes, I should say, just 7 days ago. All reports are the horse is certainly trained on exceptionally well. He's recovered well. Jared Noski was very taken with barrier 9. He'll be on a strict diet, young Jared, getting down to the 53 kilos. Playing God. He raced in the Emirates Stakes. Disappointed. His run prior in the Prince of Wales was really good. He's back to his hometown. He's drawn barrier 2. He always races well here. Certainly don't dismiss his chances. Yosei was at Breakfast with the Stars on Tuesday morning. Worked well. But unfortunately, it did draw the visitors' draw. 18 of 18 will start from barrier 16. Her run in the Emirates was good behind Happy Trails. There's so many we need to talk about. Niblick wasn't bad in the Peters. Ranger. Now let's talk about the 14. He's had 3 trials. His last trial was on the 12th of November. He scored by 3 1/4 lengths over the 1400 metres. A great performance. First up, 4 goes, 2 wins, a third. He's drawn barrier 10. The Wizard W. Pike rides with the 53 kilos. Gee, I think he's going to be hard to beat. First up in a railway, not ideal, but he has had 3 trials. He goes exceptionally well fresh. And second up into a Kingston Town, he's going to be awfully hard to beat once again. It'll be a great training performance by Grant Williams. He meets Lucky Gray 8 kilos better at the weights from their effort in the railway last year. Oh, I think he'll be very hard to beat, this son of Testarossa. It's another exceptional railway stakes. You could make a case for so many. I'm putting number 14, Ranger, on top. I just think he's going to be hard to beat. To beat number 2, Fat Al, 1 Lucky Gray for third, and the 10, King Saul, luckless in the Lastia. The shades are going on. He's not the worst. 14, Ranger on top to beat 2-1-10 in the feature. The big one of the day, the $1 million Group 1 Carlton Draught Railway Stakes.
Here she is. She's 2 legs clear on the inside. Are you on this one, mate? Come on, baby. Bring it home, baby. That's it. All the way. She's got a clear run on the inside. Can we do it? Yeah!
Share your excitement. The Festival of Perth Racing kicks on with Carlton Draught Super Saturday. It's WA's biggest race day with $1 Million Racing and Jebediah live on stage. Tickets at perthracing.com.au. Share your excitement.
Woo!